flip the key and boom, it starts up with the power of Optima.
They last 2 to 3 times longer than these other batteries.
It's incredible how durable they are.
They can take a huge discharge and come right back.
There's an Optima battery for every situation.
For us, Optima battery is a no-brainer.
Hi there. Have you ever wondered just what the advantages are of an Optima battery compared to a traditional lead-acid battery? Yeah, me too. I'm AJ, and you probably recognize me from a number of different car TV shows. Well, over the years, I've seen all kinds of performance upgrades on all types of cars. But there's one upgrade that virtually every car I've worked with had, an Optima battery. Now, we all know just how important our battery is. If you don't, just go out and disconnect one of your terminals in your car. Then see how the rest of your day goes. Seriously, we rely on our batteries so much, and for that reason, everybody should have the absolute best battery for whatever applications they're running. I'm a firm believer that it should be an Optima battery. So what makes an Optima battery better? Aren't all batteries made the same? Which offers lower maintenance, better performance, safety? Are there different batteries for different situations? So many questions.
Something like batteries, I mean, there's no reason to skimp. I mean, why would we even bother with a lesser product on something that requires the best? So for us, Optima batteries, it's a no-brainer.
Optima batteries have been used in creations from my shop since I opened up almost 10 years ago. So I've relied on quality and the perfection of Optima batteries for a very long time.
To start, just what makes a battery tick? We all know that they provide us power, but how? Well, basically a battery stores energy in chemical form. When you connect it to an electrical circuit, that chemical energy is then transformed into electrical energy. How, you ask? Well, I'll let my friend Chad, the science guy, explain.
Thanks, AJ. It's actually pretty simple. You see, a chemical reaction within a battery causes a buildup of electrons at the electrode, or terminal. Now, I know this demonstration is a bit elementary, but it illustrates exactly what's going on here. The difference in electron buildup between the two electrodes causes an imbalance between them, and the electrons try to balance themselves out. Introducing a closed circuit between the terminals provides a path for the electrons to travel, meaning they'll move freely from the negative to the positive.
Hey, wait a minute, is this my hairdryer?
Oh, yeah, it was. Sorry about that.
Science guys.
Anyway, any device that's wired between the two terminals will cause resistance to that flow. The energy of the flowing electrons is used to power the device, like your starter or stereo, or AJ's hairdryer. Of course, there's a limited amount of stored energy available in any battery, so as the flow continues, the battery will eventually wear down. Because of that limited amount of energy, any battery will eventually need to be recharged. Of course, in your car, your alternator takes care of that as you go, as long as you're running your car. So what causes the chemical reaction in most batteries? Well, most batteries are lead-acid batteries. Basically, the battery is a cocktail of lead plates and sulfuric acid, and some sort of separator material. Now, these lead plates inside the battery are coated with lead oxide, or what we call spongy lead. The spongy lead has this really rough texture, which provides even more surface area to support the chemical reaction with the acid. Simply stated, more surface area equals greater battery efficiency. Now, there are a few different types of lead-acid batteries. The most common type is SLI, which stands for starting, lighting, and ignition. These SLI batteries are typically used in short bursts, like starting your engine, and are recharged by the alternator before another draw on the battery occurs. These are the batteries for your daily driver or for applications with lighter electrical loads. Another type of lead-acid battery is the deep cycle battery. Now, these can be discharged more completely without losing out on overall performance. These deep cycle batteries are perfect for situations where the battery is under heavy load draws for extended periods of time. For example, deep cycle batteries are great for marine or RV applications where the battery will be used to power a number of different accessories while the engine or generator isn't running, and when the recharging isn't occurring simultaneously. You know, that fish finder in your bass boat or the DVD player in your SUV? Simple, right? SLI for short bursts of starting power, deep cycle to deliver lasting energy. And there you have it, Battery 101.
Well, that all sounds pretty straightforward, right? A little lead, add some acid, a couple of terminals, and it's time to power up. But we're talking about what makes an Optima battery different than its competitors. Want a hint? It's called SpiralCell technology. And to learn more about that, well, you'll have to watch the next chapter.
One of the cars I'm most proud of is the Starliner. We won 2009 SEMA with this car. We wanted it to perform well. We wanted it to be reliable. We wanted to make it so when the owner gets in the car, it starts up every time. So naturally, we chose Optima.
Well, a lot of our designs are known for having some high horsepower pieces like this Kazi 521. We need good, reliable, strong juice to make sure all this stuff works right. So we turn to Optima battery to make sure we have that performance covered.
Now, there are a few different types of lead-acid batteries. There's flooded and absorbed glass mat, or AGM batteries. There's also a gel-type battery, though it's not all that common. But we really want to find out what an Optima battery is all about, especially its SpiralCell AGM construction.
Well, AJ, I'll explain that in just a moment. But first, let's look at the basic architecture of a traditional flooded cell battery. Basically, you've got these flat lead plates that simply hang in a bath of sulfuric acid and water. Now, gel-type batteries actually are flooded batteries with the silica gelling agent added to the electrolyte. When combined, these will solidify, and they'll keep the solution from just sloshing around. Eventually, it looks just like this, and it's not going to go anywhere. The problem is these batteries are really sensitive to how they're used and charged. Optima batteries are a type of absorbed glass mat, or AGM battery. The glass mat layer is actually a separator material designed to hold the acid and water solution firmly in place, like a sponge. While that's a pretty awesome innovation, the thing that really sets an Optima battery apart from other AGM batteries is the patented SpiralCell design. The SpiralCell offers a lot more plate surface, which means the battery can make more starting power. And because of the higher purity lead, Optimas have lower internal resistance, which means more accessible power, faster, and more rapid recharge, all in a smaller package. Another amazing benefit to the SpiralCell is that it's inserted into its case under pressure, which immobilizes the paste on the plate, so there's no shedding of this active material, no gradual loss of power over time, and tremendous vibration resistance. This is so important in extreme situations like off-roading, boating, drag racing, or even more demanding heavy-duty commercial equipment.
We had one instance when the battery case was completely cracked. It was broken. There was a big chunk out of the side of the battery. And the park ranger and the environmentalists were all right there waiting for something to run out. And it never happened with the Optima battery. It's incredible how durable they are.
In a traditional flooded battery, because these plates are just hanging inside the battery, it's possible that one or more of these plates can break free of its mount, making contact between the positive and negatives and resulting in a short and battery failure. This type of short circuit failure is all but eliminated in AGM batteries, and especially in an Optima battery. The safer SpiralCell design and all of its benefits means that Optima batteries are virtually unaffected by potentially damaging vibrations or higher G loads. During normal battery usage and charging, the liquid in any flooded lead-acid battery solution breaks down into oxygen and hydrogen gases, subsequently venting out of the case. Because of gassing and their vents, flooded batteries have to be mounted in a level position and may experience some leakage when used in high vibration situations. Also, due to venting, electrolyte levels get lower over time, which reduces performance. An Optima battery can be mounted in virtually any configuration without the fear of spilling or gassing. How do you explain that? Recombination, which is really cool. There's space within the AGM separators for the hydrogen and oxygen to move right on through. The gases react within the AGM separator and become water as they combine together again. The water in whatever stage stays within the electrolyte and maintains an appropriate, stable chemical balance within the electrolyte, extending the lifespan of the battery. recombination. It's why Optima batteries don't need a vent under normal circumstances. It's also one of the reasons why they don't leak, even when inverted. Best of all, it means a battery that's truly maintenance-free because the electrolyte levels never change. Did you get all that?
No, I got it. It's simple. The AGM batteries are the obvious choice. Add in the SpiralCell technology, come on. Safer, better performance, and maintenance-free. I'm all about an Optima battery.
For the last 15 years, we've been building, rigging, and racing offshore performance boats. In the earlier years, we were using the traditional flooded lead-acid batteries and having some failures with the plates collapsing and getting a dead short in them, and/or having acid leaks and corrosion problems. When we found out about the Optima battery and we started using those, that cured all of those problems, in addition to giving us greater cranking power to start these high-performance motors and keep all the accessories running.
So when it comes time to purchase a battery, what's the right choice? Well, a number of things will affect that decision. One for certain is the battery's rating, or just how big its electric fuel tank is. There are a few common measures used to rate a battery's capacity: the amp-hour rating, reserve capacity, and cold cranking amps. Simple. You want performance? Well, you better start with the right amount of power.
So true, AJ, so true. You need the right amount of power, but exactly how do you know what that is? Well, to begin with, you need to know a battery's amp-hour rating. The amp-hour rating is a relatively simple scale that measures exactly how much amperage is available when the battery is evenly discharged over a 20-hour period. Then there's reserve capacity. Now, this refers to the number of minutes that a battery will carry a 25-amp load before dropping to or below a 10.5-volt charge. Another very common measure that we use is cold cranking amps, or CCA. The CCA refers to the amount of energy available at colder temperatures. This rating is the number of amps that a brand new, fully charged battery can deliver at 0 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds while maintaining a voltage of at least 7.2 volts. Now, I know it sounds like a lot, but these measurements are critical in making apples-to-apples comparisons between batteries.
Obviously, the Optima battery's ratings are impressive, but what actually makes an Optima battery better than the others?
Simply put, AJ, more consistent power over the life of the battery and an extended life of more than twice that of traditional batteries. You see, Optima's premium battery design and engineering, coupled with the use of the highest quality materials, has resulted in a line of products with the most impressive performance characteristics. Where does it all start? SpiralCell. Because the SpiralCell offers more lead plate surface area and uses a higher purity of lead, there's less internal resistance within the battery. Remember, less resistance is more efficient power delivery. Picture filling a pool with water. Sure, you can get it done using a sink faucet or a fire hose. Myself, I'll take the fire hose. You see, an Optima is like the fire hose, able to get the same job done even faster. The combination of these factors results in the Optima operating much more efficiently and lasting longer. All good things, don't you think?
Again, these guys with their SpiralCell technology. Let's see, longer lasting with more efficient power delivery, vibration resistant, spill proof, sounds like a no-brainer to me. And whatever your power demands, Optima has the perfect battery solution.
So one of the great things about Optima batteries is they also have a high level of cranking amps and things like that we can rely on them.
Reliability and performance is important, but when it comes to a battery, I need something that's going to last.
They take a charge nicely. Everything about them is about reliability, and that's important in a high-end hand-built car.
The Optima battery fits my purpose. We were on set in Albuquerque. You know, it's like 105 degrees. We've tried everything to get this car started. Hook an Optima battery up to it, and away it goes.